Hi guys, welcome to my new nail channel. Today we're going to be looking at this Marble 01 plate by Dixie Plates. I got this for Christmas and I'm very excited to start using it. This is the first plate I've ever had from Dixie Plates. Most of my plates are from AliExpress or Born Pretty, etc. So I'm very excited to start using a sort of more professional stamping plate. And I believe this is the first stamping plate that actually has marbled designs on it. I have done marble nails before using like acrylic paint or Sharpies, etc. But I was so excited to hear that they were bringing out this stamping plate with marble designs on it. These first two images here actually overlay each other, so I can't remember which way around it goes. I don't think it really matters, but they can be laid on top of each other. Don't know if you can see here, this circle here and here, they go together. I'll show you a swatch of them together in a minute. And then we've just got several other marble designs. I really like this one, and these are sort of like a water marble. Very pretty, and let's do some swatches. So I'm first going to do some swatches on these nails here, and then we're going to do a look on my actual nails. So the stamper that I'm using today is this double one with the rhinestones in the bottom, which is actually a dupe for the clear jelly stamper. I got this on AliExpress. I'll leave a link to this below. This has fast become my favourite stamping tool. It just seems to pick up every image very well, and I also love that it does have the clear, so you can see what you're stamping, see where you're putting it. You know, it's really good, and I've not had any issues with this so far. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to start with these two that overlay each other. I'm going to do a black and a gold look onto this nail. This scraper actually came with that jelly stamper, and again, it's one of the best that I've ever used. It's got a really nice flexibility to it, so it's nice and easy to scrape. You don't have to push too hard, and you get a really nice outcome. I'm just going to be using normal polish for this. It's not stamping polish, it's not gel polish, it's just regular black polish, and I have used this a lot with my stamping plates and it works really well. So I'm going to start actually with the gold, and I'm going to pop it down on this one here. Roll, and then I just push down like that. As you can see, hopefully it's not too bright. Obviously this is my first video, so I'm still working on lighting, etc. But as you can see, that's really pretty. That would look good on its own, but now we're going to layer over with some black. So we move along to the second image that works with it. Pick that up. Then we need to line up the two patterns together. When you're doing it yourself, you will be able to see where they go. There we have black and gold on a white base. So pretty. Unfortunately, my lighting is washing out the gold a little bit, but I'll try and zoom in on that for you. Here we go. You can see that loop there, they overlap. You get the gold, you get the black, and again, there are so many colour combinations that you could do. Different base colour, two different colours. It could just look gorgeous. Even with just gold on white, that looked really nice. Next, I'm going to do a swatch of this one at the end, which I think is kind of the most natural marble. If you imagine sort of marble and then this being a sort of grey colour, it would look really nice on a white nail. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm actually going to use a nude colour just to see what it looks like, really, since we've already done black. So again, this is a regular polish, but it is a hypergel from Model Zone. It's quite thick, so it works really well with stampers and stamping plates. I think maybe this needs another one on top of a different colour. It's a little bit sparse. I might do a black and move it along a little bit just to see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks much nicer with the two-toned. I think marble just looks better when it's got different colours in the final look. So that's a nude and a black. The thing I like about using a regular black polish for stamping with this is that it sort of comes out a little grey because it's not as pigmented, and I think that works better for a marble look than a straight up black. So that is that one, and next we're going to do something very exciting that I've been waiting to use this plate to do, so let's move on. So for this next nail we're going to do a Sharpie watercolour marble look. So I find that using Sharpies works best on a gel base, so I'm going to paint this nail white with gel even though it's already white. It does work on regular white polish but just not as well with the diluting of the Sharpie. So I'm going to paint this nail white, pop it into my UV lamp, and then I will be right back. So for this next look you're going to need some Sharpie type pens. These are fake Sharpies. I just picked these up at Aldi. Oh, this one is a Sharpie, that's surprising. So I've got a pastel pink, sort of a light pink and a fuchsia colour. Then you're going to need some gel residue wipe-off solution or isopropyl alcohol. You can't use acetone for this because it will obviously ruin your nail if you use regular polish, etc. But you're going to need some something like this, cleanser. And then you're going to need a tiny little brush, just like this, if it will focus. It's so tiny. There we go, a tiny little brush, just to use with that cleanser to get the mottled look that we're going for with the Sharpie. So this nail's already been wiped with some gel cleanser. Obviously if you're using regular polish you don't need to do that, you just need to wait for it to be super dry. And then I'm going to go in with my pens and I'm just going to draw random little splodges all over the nail. Then we're going to come in with a tiny bit of cleanser on our brush and we're just going to dab those colours together. Don't worry if you think you're making a mess. The amount of times that I have done a Sharpie nail and thought, well, that looks terrible, and then as you keep going it just seems to work itself out. As you can see there, it's already turning into a really nice sort of watercolour effect, and as the colours bleed and merge it just looks really pretty. Once that's dry you can go over again with some more colours, and I think I'm just going to add a little bit more purple. I feel like the purple's sort of missing. So once you've got a nail that looks exactly how you like it, again every single one is going to be different every single time you do it, but yeah, you end up with something really pretty, and you can never say that it's gone wrong because you can say that's exactly how you wanted it to look in the first place. So now that that's dry, we're going to pop back over to the stamping plate here, and if these two are the ones that lay together, we're going to go onto the bottom row, and I'm going to try this one here, which is a little bit more veiny and I just think would look really nice on top of the different colours here. So we're going to go again with a plain black polish, just so that the colours pop underneath. I think that would look really pretty. Then let's line it up here with the nail. And roll. And that is super pretty. That looks so nice with the different colours and the black on top. I just think that looks really nice. And if we put that next to the other two that we did, so we've got the beige and the black, and then the black and the gold there, you can see those look. You can create so many different looks with this plate, and from monochrome to glittery to this sort of Sharpie watercolor effect. it's literally endless the amount of looks that you could create. So now we're going to do my own nails, and I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to do Sharpie because I don't want to put gel polish on. I just want to do regular. So I think I'm going to do this one with the black and the nude. I just think that looks really sort of classy. So let's give that a go on my nails. I know I'm probably going to get some questions about my nails, so I'll address that now. These are my natural nails. My nails really are this long. I just have a small layer of hard gel on top just to keep my nails strong so they don't bend and break, because I do a lot of typing in my job, so I don't want to break a nail. I also have a dog who likes to play a lot, so yeah, generally my nails grow really quickly, which is how I've managed to get them this long, and then I just have a layer of gel on top. But yeah, that's my natural nails. They got infilled yesterday. Well, I infilled them yesterday, so let's move on with making these super pretty and marbly. So I've started by just painting my thumb, pointer, middle and pinky in white, and then I have done the nude on my ring finger here, and this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. But spoiler alert, so if you're looking at the plate like this, we're going to use this one right here, and we're going to create the look that we did on this nail. If I'm doing the same pattern on every nail, I will do every single one that's got the same colour first. So I'm going to do the nude first on each nail and then go back and do the black. So the nude that I'm using is this Model Zone Hypergel in the shade Midsummer Mauve, and it's a really lovely nude colour. Pick that up, and then I'm going to line it up on my nail here and just push down. If you do get any on your skin, I just take my nail and I just separate it from the skin here so that it's easier to clean up afterwards, and then I push down on the nail to make sure that the whole stamp is stuck down. And then we're going to do that on the rest of the nails except this one. This one we're just going to leave, and we're going to do a matte top coat on all of them. So this will just be a matte nude. So just clean the plate a bit. And in between stamping, I take my stamper and I take a lint roller, and I just put the excess onto the lint roller like that, just to get rid of it and make it clean again. You don't want to clean a clear stamper with acetone because it can make the surface cloudy and then you can't see through it. Each time you place the stamper down, just try to move it a little bit so not every single nail is exactly the same. You can even turn it around and do a different direction, just to make sure that all the marble looks different on every nail. So now that that nude is down, we're going to make it completely pop by using the black now, and we're going to layer on top and create a gorgeous marble pattern. So the black that I'm using is just, again, a regular polish. This is just a black from AVON called LICORICE, and I'm just going to be using this. So if we look on my thumb, where the pattern is already, we're going to line it up like this, but we're going to move it a little bit to the side, you can see there, and push down. And as you can see there, it's sort of layered but moved a little bit, so it does look very, very natural. And again, just pull away from the edges. We'll use a clean-up brush at the end just to get rid of those. And now we're going to do the rest of the nails as well. So now that we've got all our nails stamped, we're going to do a bit of clean up, get rid of all this black on my fingers, and then we're going to top coat and make them matte. So to clean up, we're just going to take a little brush dipped in a little bit of acetone, or nail varnish remover, whatever you've got, and we're just gonna clean up around the nail, remove any stamping that's sticking off the edge. It just sort of dissolves it really quickly. There we go, and the others. So now they're all clean, it's time to top coat. And as I mentioned before, I really recommend using a specific stamping top coat just to coat your nails first. This just stops the stamping from smudging, which happens a lot with regular top coats. So we only need to apply a small amount over the nail because we're going to be using another top coat anyway, but we just want to make sure that it's mostly sealed in to stop, oh, throwing things at myself now. Just make sure it's sealed in nicely. As you can see, the black is not smudging, which would happen if I was using a regular top coat. Don't need to top coat the plain nail, obviously, because there's no stamping on there. So we're just going to wait for that to dry, and then I'm going to be moving on to my matte top coat. And yes, this is another Born Pretty product. I absolutely love this top coat. It is the best top coat, matte top coat that I've ever used. I've used it a lot, and there is still absolutely loads left in here. It dries the nail very, very quickly, and it's completely matte. I don't know if you can tell the difference between these two nails. If I show you, this is the matte one. Obviously that's got a little bit of shine on it, and then you don't know if you're gonna be able to see just because of my lighting, but this is matte, and that's got a little bit of shimmer to it. Not shimmer, but shine. You can kind of tell this hand is matte and this hand is not, so we're going to make them match now by applying some matte top coat. And again, you really don't need much of this because it just spreads so easily, and you'll be able to tell if there's anywhere you haven't applied it because it will still be shiny. So just going to apply that. It's so interesting to watch it dry and watch it turn matte. You can see it's still got a bit of a glisten to it, it's still drying. Let's go ahead and do my other nails. If you can hear anything right now, my dog is having a dream in the corner and he's making some very odd noises. I think you can probably hear that. Oh, he's so cute. Maybe I should wake him up and tell him I'm trying to film a video. No, I daren't. Let's just wait for him to finish dreaming. So you can see now that they are matte, and I absolutely love how this look turned out. It's just so classy, and after having Christmas nails on for the past couple of months, it's nice to go to something a little bit more neutral. And yeah, the colour combinations that you can create with this stamping plate is just insane. You can layer any of them on top of any of the others. These watercolour ones I imagine will look really, really nice in the summer, maybe with like a ombre blue, so it looks a little bit like water, and then maybe like some palm trees on top. That'll be great. You'll probably see those appear in the summer when I do some summer nails. I just realised I'm holding the plate upside down. Doesn't really matter, but again, this is the one we've just used for these nails. These are the two that you can layer. I'm really interested in these. They almost remind me of sort of like a concrete effect. They could be interesting for maybe graffiti nails. I love this one. This is the one that we did on top of the Sharpie nail. And this one, I'm not really sure. It kind of reminds me of foliage, maybe like putting some flowers on top. That would look really nice. But yeah, this is by far one of my favourite stamping plates that I own, and I do own a lot of stamping plates. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe if you'd like to see more plate reviews, nail tutorials, or anything else like that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!